This video is about how to have compassion with yourself living with aphasia, and also compassionate with the caregivers and friends or neighbors. It's Wednesday, so reading on Wednesday, and I'm going to read this great book, My Stroke of Insight by Jill Taylor. And it's so amazing because she was a neuroscientist before her stroke happened. She had a hemorrhage, so different than mine. Mine was a clot, but it's okay. There's just different ways living with aphasia, and so it's fascinating about this book. But first, I want to just say welcome back to Discovery Inner You. And if you're new, I'm Emily, and I'm a stroke and brain injury recovery coach. And I had a stroke when I was 18, 25 years ago, and including aphasia. Couldn't speak at all. And through a compassionate mind-body approach, we can work together and work with your goals and your practice tools to regain your independence again, and release your emotional trauma, so we can feel that inner peace inside of you, then knowing that you're okay and you can enjoy life again. So I want to read the whole book, but it's just it's so amazing. But I'm going to read some parts of it, and then I'll share my experience. One of my really good experiences to recover my speech, and just with that compassion and patience. I desperately needed people to treat me as though I would recover completely. We need to honor the healing power of sleep. It's okay to sleep. Sleep a little more than normal. Yeah, I needed people to love me, not the people I had been, but for who I might now become. I needed to be around people to be encouraging. I needed to know that I still had value. I'm crying already. It was 25 years ago, but I still feel it. Even still today, sometimes I can't speak not okay, but my life has changed. I needed to have dreams to work towards. It is essential that we challenge my brain systems immediately. And we need to offer me only multi-choice questions, and never ask me yes or no questions. I know it's interesting. Yeah, but it's just when I remember with the eye doctor, was it worse or better? But it's like, I don't understand worse or better. It's weird. I had to define my priorities for what I wanted to get back the most, and not waste energy on other things. For a successful recovery, it was important that we focus on my ability, not my disability. We needed people to celebrate the triumphs I made every day, because my successes, no matter how small, inspired me. I made the cognitive choice to stay out of my own way during the process of recovery. I needed to welcome support, love, and help from others. So hard. But you need that too. I needed that. I needed help. My successful recovery was completely dependent on my ability to break every task down into smaller and simple steps of action. Okay. Because I could not think linearly, I needed everyone to assume that I knew nothing so I can relearn everything from the beginning. Pieces of information no longer fit together in my brain. For example, I might not know how to use a fork and may need to be shown on several different occasions. I needed my caregivers to teach me with patience. Sometimes I needed them to show me something over and over again until my brain and body would figure out what was I learning. If I didn't get it, then it was because that part of my brain had a hole in it and could not understand or absorb the information. When people raised their voices while teaching me, I tended to shut down, like an innocent puppy that is being yelled at. I would become afraid of this person, repelled by their energy, and I tend to not trust them. It was essential that my caregivers remember that I was not deaf. My brain was simply wounded. Most important, I needed my caregivers to teach me the 20th time with the same patience they had the first time. That's huge. I needed people to come close and not be afraid of me. I desperately needed their kindness. I needed to be touched, stroke my arm, hold my hand, or gently wipe my face if I'm drooling. That happened. My right mouth couldn't feel the drooling. I couldn't feel it at all. So I had supportive family and friends. They helped me, and even now I'm afraid. Not afraid. I've just double checking that I'm not drooling. Sometimes, If their language center has been disrupted, the stroke survivor can probably not carry on a conversation with visitors. I know it could be very uncomfortable for a healthy person to try to communicate with someone who has had a stroke, but I needed my visitors to bring me their positive energy. Since conversation is obviously not out of the question, I appreciated when people came in for just a few minutes, took my hands in theirs, and shared softly and slowly how they are doing, what they're thinking, and how they believed in my ability to recover. It was very difficult for me to cope with people who came in with high anxiety energy. I really needed people to take responsibility for the kind of energy they brought me. We encouraged everyone to soften their brow, open their heart, and bring their love. Extremely nervous, anxious, or angry people were counterproductive to my healing. So all of that was true for me. And I remember I was few months after the stroke. I think it was probably like 5 months, 6 months later. It was summer. I remember it was in the summer, and my dad and I got home at the same time from work. I worked at a bakery because you don't need to speak to bake something, right? And I try to work in the back because I just like to work. I'm weird, but I like to work. And my dad, he was an orthodontist, and this is my dog. Do you want to see my dog? Here's my dog. Here's my dog. Look at him. I'm okay, buddy. Look at him. He's so cute. Here's my dog. Anyway, okay, we're done. He's my life saver. Anyway, so we both got home about the same time. He was an orthodontist, and I used to work with him before the stroke, and I don't want to. The reason that I don't work with there anymore because I don't want to hurt anybody. Because my right side wasn't recovered. Still, I can't write on my right hand. Anyway, so we got home and we're seeing we're eating a snack, and he asked me, how's your day, in the kitchen, and while we're eating a snack, and I said good, and he said, really, how was your day? And I told him, because I barely spoke, like I'm just like, I have some words to him, basically, it'll take a while to how was my day was. And he said, I have time. So I proceed, my day was. Just patience is so important. I know it's so hard. I love that part. It said, sorry. I love what she said. But it is so it helps so much. I needed my caregivers to teach me the 20th time with the same patience they had the first time. So to the caregivers, thank you for helping us. And patience is so important. If you have that, sometimes when you speak really harshly, we won't trust you, and we don't feel their safety with them, and their compassion is so important. And so keep going. The caregivers, friends, neighbors, and the aphasia survivors. It is so hard, but it's so worth it. When I learned with the coaching process, I learned that you can just enjoy life, even though you have this hard trial, hard life, hard thing you have to deal with, and your life is different. But I'm just grateful that I learned that. I'm grateful that the things I do have, that those things are important to me. So keep going. You got this. You matter. So keep moving forward one step at a time.